I have really, really dry skin, and I have been dying to do like a dry skincare routine. I know nobody asked for this, but I'm just gonna do it, and hopefully it helps my girlies out there who have dry skin, because it's taken me years at this point, and oh my gosh, hundreds of products to test them all out to figure out like what products actually work on my skin. Like there's just been so many like moisturizers and creams and products that I've tried that say they're really hydrating, that say they're really good for dry skin, but they're like not. So I have dialed in my dry skincare routine, and these are products that I keep coming back to time and time again that actually work, that I love, can 100% recommend. So here is my dry skincare routine that nobody asked for. So let's go ahead and jump in. But before we do, please consider subscribing and let's get into it. Firstly, I splurge a little bit and I do get monthly facials. Now, to me, this is worth it. It's such a treat. It's such a reward at the end of each month to get a facial. It's like me time. It's like self-care. So I work it into my budget and it's 100% worth it to me. And I have this membership with Hand and Stone Massage, and you can pay, I think, $90 a month for like one facial or like one massage. And to me, that's worth it. And it's just like a skincare tune-up every single month, and I get a hydrofacial, and she just does a really good job exfoliating my skin and just infusing my skin with all the right serums and products, and I just feel like it really hydrates my dry skin. So I just also want to preface this by saying I am not an esthetician, I am not a dermatologist, I am just a skincare junkie that has spent way too much money on skincare products, and I'm just sharing my skincare routine for someone who has really dry skin, and this has worked for me. So hopefully this is helpful for you, but just know I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician. So if you have dry skin, just stay far away from standard cleansers because they're just going to be drying on your already dry skin. So I would always recommend a cleansing oil. Now, La Roche-Posay is like one of my favorite brands when it comes to just like good quality products. So I use their cleansing oil all the time. I've used a couple other brands. So you're usually in a pretty good spot if you can find just a general cleansing oil just to remove all of the dirt. Now, what I will do is, this might be a little bit over the top, a little bit weird, but I feel like it really does help my skin. So first things first, what I'll do is I will pull my hair back and all of that, and usually I'll have makeup on. I will take coconut oil and I will just kind of rub it on my skin to just loosen up the makeup, and I just feel like this works really well. So it just kind of breaks up the makeup, loosens it up a bit. I will take Vaseline and use that as a way to remove mascara, because I just feel like that's a very gentle way of removing the mascara. So have coconut oil on my face. Then what I will do is I will take my cellar water and some cotton rounds and just remove my makeup that way. And then I will go in with the cleansing oil. And I just feel like that routine right there is just, it's very gentle on my skin. It does remove all the makeup. It does remove all the dirt in just a very soft, gentle way. So I love this cleanser specifically, but I just feel like pretty much any good quality oil cleanser will do the job. So now that I have a clean face, I will actually keep the water on my skin. So like I've used the water to wash off the cleansing oil, so I have a fresh, clean face, but it's still damp. Now that is key. I talked to my esthetician about this, and she said, especially for girlies that have dry skin, you want to keep moisture on your skin and then put the products on top, so you're just locking in the moisture. So that right there has helped me a lot. It's kind of weird, but I do feel like it does make a difference. So I will go in with this, and this is just a gel mask, and I will put this on over my damp skin so there's water underneath, and I just feel like this plumps up my skin. It just like adds that bounce back. It adds that hydration. I cannot live without this. I love this so much. I have used essences, like a water-based essence. Love those too. Those work incredibly well. Same situation, just have a damp face and then put the essence on top. I feel like a good essence works incredibly well for dry skin. So either this or an essence is a must for dry skin. So I've tried a lot of oils over the years. I've tried castor oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil. Someone told me about emu oil the other day. Still need to look into that one, but I've tried a lot of different oils, and squalene oil is by far my favorite. It is so light, it's so thin, and it's so softening. My skin just eats this up. My skin loves this. I can notice a difference when I skip a day from wearing this. So put the gel mask on, then I'll put just a very light layer of squalene oil, and that just like locks in the moisture, and it just kind of softens up everything, and it just makes me feel super hydrated. Now you might be wondering, okay, are you wearing makeup? Like, what's the situation with the makeup if you're putting oil on your face? And to that I would say, I'm glad you asked. So that is one caveat that, you know, if you're gonna be on camera, if you're gonna be at an important meeting, or you just want like a full bead of makeup and you want it to look really good, I would probably hold off on the squalene oil and maybe just wear the squalene oil at night. Because yes, when you do wear squalene oil with like a heavy moisturizer, by the end of the day, your makeup has migrated. Your makeup has shifted quite a bit. So when I am wearing this routine, typically I will wear just a little bit of concealer, but I also feel like that kind of shifts. It will shift throughout the day. But when I'm like filming content, or if I'm like, I don't know, at a party, or like I'm somewhere where I need to look like really put together, I need a full bead of makeup, I will skip the squalene oil during the day and just wear it at night. This is my holy grail moisturizer. If like no products are interesting to you or no products resonate, but one, let it be this one, because this is truly life-changing. I've recommended this to so many friends and family. Every single person is like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So I used to be a huge fan of Weleda Skin Food. It's a very thick cream. I used to love that. It like makes you look glowy and dewy, and I used to love it until I found this. So I was on TikTok, surprise, surprise, and this girlie was talking about how she had dry skin and she tried this and she absolutely loved it. And so I was like, okay, like I'll try it. You know, if I hate it, I'm out $20 or I'll return it, like whatever. So I tried it and I am so glad that I did. So the main difference between this and Weleda is with Weleda, I did feel like some days the product would just be sitting on top of my skin. Like it wouldn't be penetrating, it wouldn't be going deeper, versus this, it truly does penetrate. And the biggest difference is like when you take off all of your makeup, you take off all your products, and you're just looking at your bare skin in the mirror. Because of this, my skin just looks more hydrated, versus when I did the same thing with Weleda, like my skin would just look the same. Versus this, I can truly see like the hydration in just my bare skin. So would highly recommend this. I love this. Now, heads up, it is pretty thick. So a couple of my friends have said, ooh, this is pretty thick to wear during the day underneath makeup. I personally love it. I personally will take hydration over, you know, a ton of makeup. I don't wear a ton of makeup. I like to wear a little bit of concealer, but my skin is so freaking dry. I just like giving it what it needs. Now, I will say this does look a little shiny, so just a heads up, especially if I'm like going to meet somebody for coffee or if I'm on a Zoom call, I do look a little shiny. So I will just put a little bit of powder probably on my chin or just like my T-zone, just so I don't look too shiny. But the powder does dry out my skin. So yeah, all that to say, If that just sounds like a little too much, you could wear this just overnight and then switch to a lighter moisturizer during the day, and then you can wear your makeup. So just a heads up on that. And yeah, this is just like the best, and you can wear it on your face and your body. And lastly, you gotta top it off with sunscreen. You got to. So this is a brand that I found on Amazon. It's actually a Japanese brand, but they sell on Amazon. And this one I love because there's no white cast. So it's a mineral-based broad spectrum SPF 36, and I love it. It works so well underneath makeup. This is a really great option. Now, I know sunscreen can be a little bit controversial, like is it toxic, is it non-toxic? So I recently downloaded the Yucca app, or the Yucca app, whatever it's called, and you can scan products and basically see like how many bad chemicals are in the product. So I have yet to scan this. So just a heads up on that. One of my friends recommended this like non-toxic kind of like water-based sunscreen from Australia. So that is coming. I should be receiving that in a couple of weeks. So I'll keep you posted on that. And that is like non-toxic. So the biggest question for me is going to be like, is it drying? If it's water-based, hopefully not, but that's gonna be the ultimate question. Is like, it's not gonna be too dry for my skin, so we'll see. But just as a really nice, light sunscreen that's not super thick, not super heavy, gets the job done, this is a great option. Okay. Well, that was my dry skincare routine that nobody asked for, but I just wanted to share it for my girlies who have dry skin. You know, there's so many products out there that like, they say they're moisturizing, they say they're hydrating, and then you put them on your face and you're like, oh my gosh, these are very drying. So these products I love, I've tested, I repurchase them again and again. And I am someone who has very dry skin. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have very dry skin. And I honestly would consider myself on the cusp of having eczema. Like, I think it's because I have all of these crazy hydrating products that I don't have eczema, but I'm like right on the border there. So trust me, I have dry skin. So all that to say, hopefully that video was helpful for you guys. If any of you girlies have like dry skin, or if there's any products that you love that are your holy grails, I would love to know. I'm always looking for suggestions and recommendations. Not like I need to spend any more money on skincare products, but I would love to hear them. So feel free to leave a comment. And thank you so much, as always, for watching my videos, and I will see you in the next one.